Welcome to AfriFreedomChannel, the platform where we amplify Africa's untold stories, challenge dominant narratives, and celebrate the rising tide of self-determination across our continent. If you believe in African sovereignty, economic freedom, and justice for our people, you are exactly where you need to be. Before we begin, kindly like this video, share it with your circle, and don't forget to subscribe to AfriFreedomChannel for more powerful and eye-opening content like this. Your engagement helps our message reach further and louder. We also invite you to be part of the conversation. Respectfully share your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about the recent developments in Burkina Faso? Is this a model for the rest of Africa to follow? The information presented in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is based on publicly available data, independent analysis, and referenced third-party sources. AfriFreedomChannel does not promote violence or political unrest of any kind. Our aim is to inform, empower, and inspire respectful discourse on Africa's ongoing journey toward freedom and self-reliance. Let's begin with a remarkable statement made by British politician and commentator George Galloway. In a powerful analysis that has since gone viral, Galloway highlighted how Burkina Faso, a small West African nation, has stunned the world by standing up to foreign exploitation. He outlined
French companies were charging up to 100 times more. The Burkina Faso government abolished all education fees. It is now free to go to nursery, primary, secondary, and university. Traore has nationalized the building of the country's roads when he discovered that the private French companies that were hitherto building the roads were charging up to 100 times more for the building of those roads than the government of Burkina Faso itself can do. And so he's brought it in-house.
How the country, led by a government that increasingly prioritizes its people over corporate interests, has effectively outmaneuvered powerful foreign mining corporations who for decades extracted the wealth of the land while leaving the people in poverty. Burkina Faso has shifted the game by reclaiming control of its natural resources, especially its gold reserves. No longer content with contracts that enrich outsiders while draining the country dry, Burkina Faso's leadership has reportedly reviewed and revoked exploitative agreements. The message is clear: foreign entities will no longer dictate the terms of engagement on African soil without true benefit to African people. Ask yourself, why has it taken so long for African nations to demand fair terms? What would happen if more African countries followed Burkina Faso's example and prioritized sovereignty over dependence? Moving on to a more ground-level and courageous chapter in this story, the liberation of Hila and the municipality of Dy, two regions near the border with Mali. These areas were held hostage by extremist insurgents for years. Under the brutal rule of terrorist groups, communities were stripped of their freedoms. Trade, movement, education, and even basic human dignity were controlled by criminal networks masquerading as rulers. But
cette bataille sanglante appuyée par le drone de frappe, des pick-up indiquant la violence de la bombe qui a détruit le groupe. Pour la première fois depuis le début de la lutte antiterroriste, l'armée foule le sol de Hila à la frontière avec le Mali. Même ferveur à quelques 10 km au-delà des eaux. Les commandos sont de retour. Dy aussi est désormais libre. C'est la chute de l'hégémonie du crime.
C'est pour les terroristes là, voilà. C'est Ibrahim.
Les commerces des terroristes ne sont plus qu'un souvenir, balayés par la colère et la volonté de tourner la page d'un pouvoir oppressif.
Banda Bekanwa, of Emperor Ton la loi de Milton Katari, et Esa Yabam and Dabekane, Wing Esa, Tonkatempa Lesan, bon, vi ma meng le ba sheri ton bumba ye mo men yera kabe ton je ra karari bala na bram pa be kan ton ya ba man dat gumi la manda ne ba niga ay to kokro wa ton ko ne ay ton je heda ton be kan ne bo to no bala ton men bon ro na me na bram bien ton wa la bra le ba loye.
C'est le temps des comptes. Le début d'un renouveau sur une terre meurtrie. Au cœur du palais du chef du canton, l'émotion est palpable. L'arrivée de l'armée marque la fin d'une longue période d'humiliation pour ces gardiens des traditions qui ont dû subir le joug des terroristes. Sous l'arbre à palabres, les regards échangés en 10 longues.
On avait l'espoir quand même. On l'a arrivé Burkina Faso là. Koko benanya londo. Koko benanya londo. Son parti dans ce na ko sobere.
Dy se relève et avec elle s'est dépositaire de l'histoire, de l'identité de tout un peuple et d'une terre singulière appelée le grenier du Burkina. Jour de marché à Dy, lieu de convergence. Un vent de liberté souffle à nouveau dans les rayons avec une star. À l'autre bout du marché, les prix se discutent. Chacun veut se procurer le t-shirt à l'effigie du président, signe de l'indépendance retrouvée.
Ibrahim Traore.
Il n'y a pas que cela. C'est tout le mode vestimentaire qui avait été embrigadé.
Voilà, pour moi, on a un pantalon sans. Pantalon minkaja. Comment tu fais? Dans ce cas, midon gaseka foro. Gaseka do gasfuta.
Les femmes, elles portaient le voile. Mais aujourd'hui, les choses ont changé. Les interdits s'écroulent et chacun peut reprendre ses habitudes. La liberté est ainsi faite à Dy. Les adultes jouissent désormais de tous leurs droits et les enfants s'adonnent à cœur joie à leur passion. Les cadets au foot, les aînés s'invitent à un autre loisir, jadis perçu comme un crime de lèse-majesté sous le règne des terroristes. Jusque tard dans la nuit, Dy se défoule avec sa jeunesse. Impensable il y a à peine quelques jours. Les souvenirs douloureux font place au choix de l'avenir.
Just weeks ago, everything changed. In a series of coordinated operations, Burkina Faso's defense and security forces launched a counter-offensive that successfully reclaimed these territories. It was a hard-fought battle marked by sacrifice and the undeniable will of the people to live free. Today, for the first time in years, the markets are open, children can play without fear, and the sounds of freedom echo in the streets. Can you imagine the trauma these communities endured for years under terror rule? And what kind of strength does it take for a nation to reclaim its land, not through foreign intervention, but through its own resolve? The victories in Hila and Dy are more than military triumphs, they symbolize the rebirth of national pride and grassroots independence. Local farmers have resumed agricultural activities. Markets are active again. People are returning from internal displacement. Joy, though fragile, is being restored. These are not just statistics, these are human lives reclaiming their futures. How many African communities remain under similar threats, waiting for liberation? And what will it take for all our people to feel safe and empowered in their own homelands? This moment in Burkina Faso is not isolated. It is part of a larger shift, a quiet revolution sweeping parts of the continent. From Mali to Niger to Guinea, there is a rising rejection of neocolonial influence and a bold reimagining of what African governance should look like, for the people, by the people, and with the people. Are we witnessing the birth of a new era for Africa? One not defined by dependency or fear, but by unity, resistance, and renewal. Burkina Faso's courage, both on the economic front and on the battlefield, tells us something vital: Africa's liberation will not be given. It must be claimed, inch by inch, policy by policy, and voice by voice. And as we witness this resurgence, we are reminded that the soul of a continent cannot be sold off, silenced, or subdued forever. So we leave you with this question: what role will you play in this awakening? Will you be a passive observer, or an active voice for truth, justice, and sovereignty? Thank you for watching AfriFreedom Channel. If this message moved you, please like this video, share it widely, and subscribe for more content that celebrates African courage and consciousness. And remember to drop your thoughts in the comment section. We are building a community of thinkers, dreamers, and doers. Until next time, keep your head high, your mind open, and your spirit free. Power to the people. Africa must rise. Africa will rise.